Hi. So yeah, I just looked over that footage again just to make sure. I was like, didn't I have a counterspell up that turn that we lost on the second game? And the answer was no, because I paid the echo for my guy, and I think I should have just not paid the echo. Would have been the best plan there, since I could chump block all his guys and keep dissipate up. I think that really would have been the best play there, and I still could have played it the exact same way I did, but had dissipate up to prevent any weird shenanigans I wasn't thinking about. It's kind of the fun thing about Cube, though. There's so many interactions like that that you know sometimes you just can't even think of the cards. Here I kept because we got Preordained, and Preordained's a good card. Both of these cards are not the worst, but I kind of don't want Obstinate Baloth, but I always want Treachery, so I think we're going to just take the Treachery. And that's fine with me. I don't want Obstinate Baloth because we're going to be playing Shackles on turn 3, and then probably follow it up by using Shackles on turn 4. So that's our plan. So I don't see any reason to do that. Because now we get a huge turn of Treachery, followed by Deranged Hermit. If that happens, I mean, we're also going to have Shackles with a million islands, so our opponent's going to be in trouble. Unless they counter this, which they might. I'm still going to play it, though, because there aren't that many 2-mana counter spells in this format. If our opponent has one of them, good for him. Especially Spell Pierce, not really one I would expect. And, and they're going to get us anyway. I'd rather actually resolve our Treachery is actually probably a little better. Oops. Sure don't, of course, now, yes, looking like a fool for not having, not keeping that Baloth, but it's alright. It's not actually that big a deal. And, oh, man. Yeah, still a little annoyed how I played that round 1, but, it happens. It was just one of those things where I just could not imagine what my opponent could have, and oh, that's what they could have. We're going to try the Hermit here. If my opponent has a counter, again, I would probably rather have this countered than my Treachery, so that's okay. Granted, it's a good card, but we can't really just sit back and do nothing. My opponent apparently does have all of the 2-mana counter spells. Like I said, there really aren't that many in the cube right now, but he seems to have them. But he's not really doing much. He's not playing lands or anything, so we're still in decent shape. I don't think Treacherying the Wall of Omens is the best of plays. I may make some play mistakes, but I won't do that. Okay. Oh, that's a good deal. That's a shame. We could bounce the wall, and then he's got to replay it, and we get to draw a card. That's something, right? I mean, I actually don't think that's the worst play, just because we got nothing else going on here. I mean, it still doesn't do much for us, but, we gotta do something here. Ancestral Vision, and now he very well could have Forbid or something up. We do have Dissipate, which is one of them, but I mean, he's just doing nothing, which is just kind of weird. I think we're going to start off with, I think we're going to Borderland Ranger Farseek here. Just want to see if we can protect our Treachery as much as possible. And also Treacherying Resto, we might get better targets later on. We already played a land, which was kind of dumb, but it's fine. And the good news is we're getting most of the lands out of our deck. And our opponent hasn't really been drawing any lands, so I mean, he's not really putting that much pressure on us. Keeps attacking, we get to hit for 2 back. Eventually we'll get to Treachery and something else. He did draw a land, however. So we've got Cryptic. Dismiss is also in the cube, though. Like I said, Forbid is a possible card in his hand. Yeah, we knew he has the Wall of Omens. Okay, we're going to keep playing some little ramp spells here. I mean, I think eventually our opponent's going to do something. I mean, he did get to counter all of our stuff. We could have tried to play around that. If I knew my opponent was going to be this stuck, of course I would have played that a little bit differently, but... And of course now we're kind of in trouble because my opponent's got Ancestral that's going to come out. But he's going to have to discard a few cards, maybe. So that's a thing, I guess. When he's got 2 cards to R7 or whatever. I think the odds of us winning this game are pretty slim, but he could play something giant for us to Treachery, and then we could get back in the game that way. As it stands, I think... let me look at his thing. Yeah, I just don't think this is going well for us. We could have tried to play around Spell Pierce, Mana Leak, but, I mean, it's just like, if we haven't seen those from them before, there's only so many of those in the cube. We didn't even see Mana Leak in the cube, and Spell Pierce is only so good. Of course, our opponent, well, they've got a lot of cards. Got a lot of cards, buddy. He's probably got a million counters. That could easily be an Exalted Angel, would be my guess. If we have something to Treachery into, I'm probably just going to take it. Only because my opponent's about to draw a bunch of cards. So if he doesn't have a counter now, which I'm pretty sure he does, he will have a counter then. And, if he's got the counter, we're just going to lose this game anyway. So we might as well just take this guy. Of course, if it's an Exalted Angel, it's not going to do us any good. If it's one of the blue flippy guys, it might be a little better. I don't know. Yeah, he's got a hinder. I think we're just going to concede here. Yeah, he's going to draw a million cards. We got no chance. What are we going to draw? Yeah, no, thank you. Just don't even want to sit there and watch him have, a full grip and just continue to beat us down. What gets revealed? Yeah, it is an Exalted Angel. Well, we just may not be doing well this draft here. But let's not get down so far yet. I think our deck can do good things if we draw things in the correct order. And don't get everything countered in the first 2 turns. I mean, our opponent just happened to have the perfect answers to what we had going on there. All right. Let me pause. Oh, nope.